Hi everyone, welcome back to Evermore YouTube channel. It's Chris back with a Rumour Has It video where we normally talk about players linked to the football club this coming transfer window, but not always. Sometimes it's about boardroom members and sometimes it's about potential managerial or coaching targets, which is exactly what I'm going to talk about right now in this video. Now, if you haven't seen already, there's been some news doing the rounds that Chelsea have severed ties with the long-standing management team of their coaching academy, who Mark will pull up with the wonders of the internet right now, are these guys. That's Neil Bath and Jim Fraser. Now, they have been at Chelsea for over 20 years, and they've had a real commodity of success there in terms of winning trophies. They won the first FA Youth Cup in 2010 since 1961, and after that, they claimed 6 other Youth Cups in 7 years in 2012, 14, 15, 16, 17, and 18 combined. Now, they have got a great pedigree in the game in terms of what they've done as a coaching setup, in terms of the players that they brought through as well from Chelsea. You're talking about the likes of Reece James, Conor Gallagher, Mason Mount, and then also Andreas Christensen, who's playing at Euro 2024 right now. So Chelsea look like they've moved in a completely different direction in terms of what they want to do in their coaching academy. The football world seems to be quite shocked about this, that such as the reputation that these guys have. For the head of youth development that they have as well in the football club. And they've generally been viewed in the world of football as two really successful guys. Now, where does this come in to Newcastle? So apparently the talk is that Newcastle have been interested in this coaching team ever since the takeover went through to try and rebuild our academy. They're world-renowned experts in their field, and they've got tried and tested pedigree in the world of football. Now, they are available right now. So what does it mean for Newcastle United? It could very well mean that, the new incoming sporting director, Paul Mitchell, might very well know these guys, know of them, be aware of them. I'm pretty sure he does, the time he's been in football, and the football club themselves could very well look to tie a deal up for these two players. Now, the talk is that they're going to try and take stock, over 20 years of the job. Anyone who's been in a job for 20 years, no matter what you do, whether you're a football coach, head of youth development, or you're a postman or a driver or an account manager or whatever it is, you generally try and give yourself a little bit of breathing time to get your head right. Maybe go on holiday with your family or whatever it is. But these guys may very well be in a position where an opportunity is too good to turn down. With Newcastle United going the way it is, the project, the ambition of the owners of the football club, this could be a fantastic move for both Bath and Fraser to come into Newcastle and really sort out our youth academy, because it's not been great over the years, I must say. We have produced some decent players, the Longstaff brothers, obviously Louis Miley, Elliot Anderson. But outside of that, really, we don't have a lot of great youth coming through. We managed to poach a lot of quality young players from other clubs, like it was Alfie Harrison from Manchester City, that we brought in. There's a few other players, I think, from Arsenal we're looking at. The new Saka name escapes me right now. Let us know in the comments, guys. Remember the guy's name? I can't remember his name, but he looks a good player. So we've tried to go and raid other people's academies for players, but these guys could potentially go out and get these players before they even end up at other people's academies. Spread the scouting network far and wide. Go down and scout teams in London and Manchester and Wales and Scotland and where it may be, Ireland, where you find these really good gem players that other teams pick up because the scout happen to go over there and spend time to watch them. That's what Newcastle United need to do. If you go back and you look at the class of '92 under Sir Alex Ferguson, as much as Manchester United fans do flick or switch, going back to the core ethos of the success of that football club, the reason that football club went up to the level that it did was because of the class of '92, and the reason that the class of '92 was assimilated was the first thing Ferguson did was put more scouts to go out to all the local areas and take them away. So Manchester United had more scouts than Manchester City at that particular time. It's kind of gone the other way around now. Manchester City are the ones who are outweighing everybody else's scouts. But this is what Newcastle need to do to grow that youth academy. Now, we've already seen the PSR restrictions. That is going to even change next year. We've had to sell young players, so whether you're going to invest in a young player to grow them up to be a real key asset that someone's going to buy for potential to balance your books, or whether that player is going to have a pathway to your first team, which is really the way I'd rather prefer to see a young player come through the ranks, come into the first team and really cement themselves as a first team player. Because not only is it quite prideful to see, especially when it's a young Geordie lad like Louis Miley, who I think is going to be a sensational player for us. I know he's broke his foot, but hopefully he'll get back quick. He's young, so he might heal quick. I think this could be a big season for Louis Miley. But when you see players like that coming through the academy and getting into the first team, it sets a really good example to all of the young kids in the community that say, do you know what, Newcastle's the place to be, because I'll get coached by really good coaches and I'll get an opportunity in the first team under a manager who isn't scared to use young players. Look at Louis Miller, look at Sean Longstaff, and they're really good examples that you need that in your football club to get the superstars of tomorrow. But this could be an unbelievable appointment off the back of a really prestigious appointment in the sporting director role in Paul Mitchell, if we're able to go and get two world-renowned youth academy coaches that Chelsea have just deemed surplus to requirements now and obviously moved on from it. This could be a transformative step for Newcastle United's academy, and we could then start churning out some real key players from the youth academy who can come through into the first team, save us a fortune in the transfer market, and become, the future England players of tomorrow. When you look at the likes of Phil Foden, Saka, Cole Palmer, these kind of players, we could be bringing them through the ranks within. This is off the back of Newcastle, who have already appointed, I believe it's Jack Brazil, what a name that is, by the way, for the under-16 and under-18 coach who left his role at PSV, who again have got great pedigree with working with young players. So it really looks like the club are trying to do everything right, in the kind of embryonic stages of the football club, not just going out to the market and buying key players, but also looking to grow within in the youth academy, turn our youth academy team into a formidable team, a team that wins things. If you generate winners at a young age, that sticks with them as they go through the ranks, through under 12s, 14s, 15s, 18s, 21s, then in the first team, and then they're winners. That's what you want to do. You don't want to be losers. You don't want to get battered every week. We've seen some honking performances from the youth academy over the years, but everyone said the kids aren't all right, and it's not looked great. It's been very higgledy-piggledy, very mixed match. You've gone from the Ashley era to the new Saudi era, and it's kind of blended the two of them in, where you've got some players who were brought into the Ashley era who maybe aren't that good. The coaching's maybe not been as good enough quality, but these lads could really change things behind the scenes, and this could be a really exciting appointment. We'll keep an eye on it, guys. It's just a rumour at the moment, but if Newcastle have been interested in them previously, I would not be surprised if they're already making contact right now. Maybe Paul Mitchell's the man to do that and get that deal done. What a great start that would be for him in his sporting director role. And then we get really excited, not just about the signings in the transfer market, but also about how well the youth is going to come through the ranks of Newcastle for years to come. Let us know in the comments below what you guys think about this potential appointment of these two managers. Like I say, everyone in football who knows a lot more than we do seem to be really impressed with these guys and what they do, and they've obviously earned that pedigree as well. So you don't earn that kind of praise and prestige in this game without doing the business. So yeah, I would say, guys, it's something to be really, really excited about. Just a rumor in a minute. We're no ITKs here. We're just reporting what's out there in the press, and this is a story that's bubbling up. We'll keep an eye on it, see if any journalists kind of accelerate it. The more that it gets moving in terms of weight behind it. But if something's going to happen with this, I think this will move very, very quickly, and we'll see these guys put in a position, hopefully, very soon to secure Newcastle United's future. Then Paul Mitchell can work on the present as well. Let us know in the comments below what you think, guys. We always like to hear from you. We'll always do our best to reply to you as well. If you take the time to reply, we'll take the time to do the same as well. It's just the courteous thing to do. And if this is the kind of thing you like the video, guys, subscribe. Help get us to 9K. We'll pass the 8K mark before the season, so thank you so much, you legends, for that. 9K is the next challenge. Me and Mark will be back with what's going on before you know it. The Euros are going to get wrapped up soon enough. Will England win it? We don't know. We'll find out soon enough. Have a belter. We'll see you later. Cheers.